I want you to meet Jackson Weiss. He's a student at Drexel University from Flourtown, Pennsylvania, registered Republican, says he's leaning toward voting for you, but has yet to make up a final decision. Jackson.
Thank you, Anderson.
Hey, Jackson.
Thank you for taking the time to be here, too, Vice President
You too.
Harris.
Thank you.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with? And how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WJNI Channel 1 Life, many seasons. Kamala in a town hall, CNN's town hall. Anderson Cooper. Great question by this kid. I'm going to get out of the way and just listen to her response, and then we react to it as we go. The border is one of the top two issues in this election season. And we know what's going on. So let us go and react to this and see what happens here. And then please put your comments in the comment section below. And please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go.
Well, thank you, Jackson. Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed. And it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you, I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have spent a significant part of my career making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country.
But all you've said, Kamala, we hear you, but that's not what's happening. The opposite of what you just said is what's happening. And more importantly, that you were given that role tagged as the border czar. You were supposed to look into the root cause analysis. We still don't have any root cause analysis report till today. The border is a mess under your administration. So it just sounds like all regular rehearsed talking points. I'm not sure if she's answering this question, if this kid is satisfied, but he just can't cut her off. But let's just see what goes on here, because Anderson Cooper actually steps in to actually realign the focus of the question and try to get a response from Kamala. Let's just keep on listening.
And as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem. You may know there were some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress working with others that came up with a border security bill that would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border. Those border agents are overwhelmed. They need the support. They need the backup. It would have allowed us to have more resources to stem the flow of fentanyl. I don't need to tell this state and people around the country what is happening in terms of the scourge of fentanyl and how it is literally killing Americans.
If you just basically shut the border, we wouldn't have to have the border security overwhelmed. They wouldn't be overwhelmed. Just shut the border. That's all you had to do. Executive order. EO. Just shut the border. They wouldn't have to be overwhelmed. You don't fix a busted pipe by running around. The first thing you do is to turn it off. Shut that first. You shut the faucet. And then you begin work. That's how it works. But let's just keep on going.
It would have put resources into stemming the flow. It would have given more resources to prosecute, to investigate and prosecute transnational criminal organizations. It would have done a lot of good. Donald Trump got wind of the bill and told them, don't put it forward. He killed the bill because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. We have to have a secure border, and we have to have a comprehensive pathway for citizenship.
Let me.
And
But you aren't the one in the office. Why are you talking about Trump like Trump is the one running the show? You and Biden are the ones running the show. So regardless of what Trump thinks or says, I'm not sure why it's trumping what you're saying, being in the office. That just sounds ridiculous to me. And it shows a lack of strength. Because if you have the authority to do something, but yet you complain about someone who doesn't, influencing your decisions, I think we need to question your authority. But let's go on as Anderson Cooper steps in here.
And that includes requiring people, hardworking people, to earn citizenship and do it in a comprehensive, humane, and orderly manner.
Let me ask you about that. I mean, you talk about the bill that Donald Trump quashed. That was in 2024. You talk about the bill he tried to get passed in 2021. That wasn't able to get passed. 2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your administration took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, in 2024, just in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
Wow.
First of all, you're exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration
But if
is
it was
low.
that
But hold
easy
on,
with
let me
that
finish.
executive action, why not do it in 2022, 2023?
Good
Because
question,
we were
Anderson.
working with Congress and hoping that actually we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well, here's the thing. We have to understand that ultimately this problem is going to be fixed through congressional action. Congress has the authority and the purse. I'd hate to use DC terms, but literally they write the checks. Part of the issue is in order to really fix the problem at the border. I was just at the border recently talking with border agents. You know what they talk about? Yes, they are overwhelmed. They're working around the clock. And the other thing that they talk to me about, we need more judges down there to deal with asylum claims. We need more personnel down there to deal with processing. But Anderson, and that's where Congress kicks in terms of dedicating the resources to actually fixing the problem. We have dealt with it such that, to your point, we now, as of today, as of our visit, have lower undocumented immigrants and illegal immigration than Trump when he left office.
As of your visit, listen to what she's saying. She had almost 4 years to go down to the border. She never did. It's election season. She decides to go to the border. And she says, we went to the border and we fixed the problem. Or at least reduced the flow. The question Anderson is asking, that everybody's asking, you had 3.5 years to have done this. Why didn't you do that? Why did you not go to the border all this while to fix the problem? But now you're doing it during election season, and you want us to think it's because you care about the American people. No, you're doing it because of election. So you could have done it, but you refused to do it because of your agenda. And now it's backfiring. Let's keep on listening to how Anderson Cooper presses on. I am loving this. Anderson Cooper.
That's true.
But we need a permanent solution,
you
and that
wish you had
requires
done that?
bipartisan work.
Do you wish you'd done those executive orders in 2022, 2023?
I think we did the right thing, but the best thing that can happen for the American people is that we have
Wow.
bipartisan work happening, and I pledge to you that I will work across the aisle to fix this long-standing problem. I think the American people are demanding it on both sides of the aisle, and it's time we actually put the partisan.
It's time. It's been time long time ago, 4 years ago, when you turned things around and opened the flow. So you failed. You know, here's one area that I think Kamala could have helped herself. When she was asked the question, how are you different from Biden? Honestly, I think she should have just come out and said, you know, Americans, we messed up at the border. What Biden wanted to do, we thought it was the right thing, whatever. Just spin it around and say we messed up. However, I've seen areas of improvement, and I'm going to do that. I know how I'm going to shift things around. I will do that. But first and foremost, have to apologize to the American people. We messed up at the border, but I now know how to fix the problem. I've been to the border. I now know how to rectify the issues. So I will do that. That's one way she could have saved herself and say, I'm different from Biden. But no, she can't, because she cannot defend the record. And she's too proud. Pride goes before destruction, they say. Let's continue to listen to this.
An approach to this aside, we know what can work.
Well, let's talk about this compromise bill that you want to pass if you're elected. You said that's going to be a priority. It includes $650 million in funding for the border wall. That's something Republicans wanted. That was compromise. Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity.
Just a second. I'm looking at Kamala. In this last few weeks, she's aged a lot. Is it just me? I really feel bad for her. This job is stressful. It's not easy. And I really feel bad for her because I think it's really a little heavier than what she's capable of handling. It's not an easy job. Look at her. I feel like it's worn her out a lot in this last few weeks. But hey, what do I know?
Project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it.
But that's what people are saying. Why didn't you? Why did you not fix it? You're saying let's fix it. You had 4 years to do it. You did not do it. You didn't even go to the border. You ended up going to the border election season, the final year. Actually, in 0.5 years, which is half a year to go before you're out of the office, now you decide to wake up. I mean, I don't know how you want us to trust anything that you're saying. We cannot really trust anything you're saying. I'm sorry.
Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much
Just
sense because
admit
he
it.
actually didn't do much of anything.
It's okay to be humble.
I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
Wow. I don't know what to say. You ever notice how Kamala just wakes up anytime, somebody brings up the name Trump? It doesn't matter what she's doing. She just wakes up. Trump? 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 Everything else, she's calm when she's talking. But when it comes to Trump, she just wakes up. Hey, let us know what you think about this. I just think it's all baloney. We cannot believe it. And you see, even Anderson Cooper doesn't believe what she's saying. It's too weak. Her responses are just too weak. It's too evident it was intentional, and they're not trying to fix anything. She's not trying to fix anything. So I'm not sure who fell for this, but please put your comments in the comment section below and let's know what you think about this. Thanks for stopping by again. To me again, WJONI Channel 1 Life Many Season. I'll be coming back with more pieces. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know how we like to close it out? We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember we got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye for now.